like walls on walls. It was super sick. It was so much fun the first time that came out. I was like, what?
Yeah, it was some pretty cool strategies. So if you're the USA on offense, you have to expect that they're going to be playing defense first, and it does seem that the USA is set up, you know, with a pretty interesting defense. They're just going to play all the good heroes again. And Soldier 76 used to be another great map for him on defense here.
Yeah, we might have a pause just because.
Well, it does seem like there's a graphical error at the very
least.
There's a graphical error at the very least. We've got skins kind of I don't know. They were the away team, and now they're just hanging out. Let's just admire the art of here.
I mean, exactly. Look at that. Now they're going to be on display.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Okay, Hex.
Yeah, that was
all Winston there for a second.
That's more disappointing to me than when I found out that Zurich is not the capital of Switzerland, but Bern is.
Zurich has more.
I could have sworn.
Zurich has
It is the largest.
Zurich has the larger population. Yeah. There's 1,500 lakes in Switzerland too. I find it a travesty, personally, with my interests, you know, apart from gaming, that Ulrich Deck is not mentioned as a national treasure.
Yeah.
Come on.
Is that a thing he climbed?
Dude, he was the Swiss machine.
Oh, okay.
Nickname. He was a total monster beast.
Fair enough. USA is on defense here. This offense is going to be the Swiss offense, and they're going to try some Symmetra action right onto the point. Let's go.
I love it. I love it. Let's go straight on. Finally, some Symmetra play. So let's go ahead and take a look about it. Let's see what they have in store for us here, because right now it is just I mean, it's really just US trying to find some angles to work with along the edges. Sinatra's still on his soldier, which is fun, and Zachary sticking to the Doom.
Yeah, just a little left-click Symmetra here. It's no longer the lock-on, so you get a little bit of the skill factor there, and they're making it work just a little bit. And Luke's, you asked earlier, what can't he do? Well, that's Zarya. Doing just fine on Zarya.
Yeah, turns out he can play Zarya too. Sky.
Dude, the Beam team is looking strong. You got Moira, Symmetra, Zarya. What are you even gonna do as a diva? They don't have a diva, so, well, actually, Space, yeah. Space is just getting melted down. Defense Matrix doesn't block steel beams.
I love it, and then, yep, another TP, straight onto the point. Let's go. The wall as well. Come and fight us on our turf.
Man, they built a wall and they're making us pay for it. Zachary's bringing it back though right now. He drops down on that Symmetra, and a couple kills on the defense means that as good as it looked for Switzerland, it is time to reset.
Yeah, great positioning there from Sinatra. Comes right in behind and mops him up. So we will have a very quick first point take. 6.5 minutes on the clock here. And it is looking like that tac visor was used so that Sinatra can change up and go for something different.
Well, there's no... Go ahead.
Well, I don't know, you can still... It looked like he was running back to spawn to change, but I mean, Soldier is another hero that we used to see a lot of on Hanamura.
Yeah,
it's looking like he's going to stick to his guns, because if you get on that high ground, you just get to have a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's still a decent hero. There's just heroes that do his job better. And so May is going to come in and really put a problem in the entry points, but they are able to get in and at least take the high ground is Switzerland. Now defense is going to try to, you know, snug them together in the stairs and start punching away.
That's exactly it. Samir is wearing down. Zach is going to be able to get out just barely. Should be able to pick up that health pack and keep alive. Yep, he will, but Sinatra finds a kill on Mimi in the meantime. And Switzerland, without their main tank, life is going to get kind of difficult.
Is that another Graviton eaten? Because I heard the line and I didn't see a Graviton come out. Space is an absolute monster. It's living up to his name. You just launch it into space, never to be seen again. A complete vacuum of a player.
Exactly. Well, he's just absorbing all of the tears of his opponents too. You know, he's got infinite.
Look, that's just ridiculous, though. There's an innumerable amount of objects that he has completely shut down. Probably won them Control Center by eating up that Blizzard, and that is just another grab. He couldn't even keep track. They did the interview, like, I think I ate like 5 or 6 of his grabs. You know, that's my space impression, by the way. It's not very good, but he's just so nonchalant about it because he's just that good. USA has stabilized on the defense, and there's no map that is so different on the first point than the second point. First point, you can get in, and then you brawl around. Second point gets even bigger, and you see these doors. Beautiful wall. That's the wall you were talking about, the offensive wall to make sure you get in.
There it is, cuts it up, allows you for a point of entry. Unfortunately, you get pinned by that Mei in the corner. Nowhere to go. Switzerland do commit their ult to the fight, and Sinatra as well, going at it.
Aww. Dance party hosted by Sinatra. Lucio trying to leave.
Oh, he dodges the halt.
Lucio trying to unsubscribe from Swissvax. Jumps off the edge right there. There is no escape, Swissvax. And now, back to the drawing board for Switzerland. 4 minutes left, though. It's a long map on Assault here on Hanamura. And USA has decided to reveal some interesting strategies. Zachary on Bastion, Sinatra will move over to the Symmetra. So where's the Bastion going to be? Nobody knows. Oh, this is a pretty cool spot.
I like this a lot. This is clever. Perfect high ground. Come and fight this guy.
Yep.
Good luck. I mean, Kiva will be the only one who can get up here pretty much.
I think they spotted out because you can see the shield hanging over the edge there. So they know that walking in through here is not going to be great. Let's see. They do have to come in eventually. Space is just going to get forward and go to the back line to start dealing with everybody else. And this push is over.
Done, so, and then you just go ahead and punch him in the face. Zachary! Triple kill and the D-Mech. Go ahead and make it a quad. Why not?
Johnny 5 is alive right there. He gets everyone down, and wouldn't surprise me to see USA just switch off this and just try something different. Yeah, why not? Dead center. The places you can put the heroes you would not expect with the new Symmetra teleporter is really cool. I think we're barely seeing it scratch the surface just yet. I mean, it's a relatively new addition introduced during the Overwatch League, so teams don't really have the time to start toying around when you need to be practicing tried and true strategies.
And he can still shoot right over the edge there. Sinatra finds the kill on Remix thanks to the turrets. So some turret play as well. Not every day we get to see that. Space kind of hanging around. He's going to go charging right into the mix. And hey, have a bomb. Have a Diva bomb and hope that you have a shield to hide behind. It turns out that they did. But now we actually get the Sinatra wall up as well. The Sinatra Symmetra wall.
Configure motion, tank. Configure, yeah, whatever. Tank mode out. Sinatra is going to get a couple kills with the beam as well. Some kills do come in for this Swiss team right now, though. Trying to get a little bit of permanent progress, but it is a walk off the edge yet again, and all their progress will go back to 0 to 20 on the clock.
2:20. We went from 6.5 minutes to now approaching 2. It's usually how it goes.
Yeah, Switzerland inspired the US to play some Symmetra. Their Symmetra strat on first point was really cool.
I think it's just a shame that it's not Muma that we're seeing on the Symmetra. You know, after Overwatch League the entire time.
Well, I mean, Sinatra's willing to play a lot of heroes, but apparently he draws the line at Orisa.
Oh, we get another TP as well. We could change up the positioning here. Really get crazy with these angles. Self-destruct has been lobbed out on top of the roof. Will not find a target apart from that TP, but hey, guess what? Zachary is already in position and already ready to mow him down in droves.
Just everyone. There's got to be a big pile of Swiss bodies at the edge of that cliff because they've reset over there several different times. 90 seconds remain, probably down to the last push here. And if you're Switzerland, you don't know where it's going to be. It's like the hidden ball in Cups game. Is it behind here? Is it behind there? No, it's behind both of them, and it's shooting at you.
And you have these sim turrets just pushed everywhere now, over the main entrance, on the balconies, just turrets galore.
All right, you fight fire with fire. Omnic with Omnic. Here comes Bastion.
Oof, that chunks. That orb does so much damage, and yet we could get the wall again. Just wall up the Bastion. Okay, then. You're not going to be able to do anything about this now. That's unreal.
That wall goes all the way across the map, and it's got an insanely large health pool. You pretty much just have to wait for it to go away. There's almost no chance you have of firing it down. They will just back out. Now, below a minute. 40 seconds remain for Switzerland to try to get some progress on second point of Hanamura.
It has to happen eventually here. We have the transfer rockets as well online, so the heals will be through. Zachary's got tank mode again, no surprise there. They're going for double barriers, doesn't matter, he's getting melted. Zachary, he just holds mouse one. He doesn't even need to move his mouse. He's just, I'll hold it on the doorway, and if they try to run through, they're all gonna die. There's nowhere to hide. You have no idea where this TP, where this tank is coming from now too. High ground right there, point blank, you're dead. Remix and Mimi, get out.
Configuration tank, we see it's not as bad if you can hit every single shot. The burst right there, and Zachary piles on the kills. 28 limbs, 18 final blows for Zachary. Able to spend more time playing with his national team today after yesterday doing some contendies.
Oh, I love it. Clever strategies. Clever strategies coming out here from US. Just feeling so confident in this matchup. And I love that too. You know, it's like, oh, you want to dive me? You're going to use that. Okay, con.
Yep.
Just TP right out and change up positions again.
Yeah, later.
It's a mobile turret. That's great. All right, well, now we get to see what's in store for us here. not looking so amused right now on the Swiss side.
I mean, just what do you even do against that? I don't even know exactly what the strategy is. It's throw every tank that you have at it. I mean, I guess in theory, it would be a Sombra EMP, and then you throw every tank at it. But yeah, even then, it seems a little bit dicey.
You're going overboard to really just...
Yeah. Space is like, I don't know, I was just playing D.Va. I don't know what these guys are doing.
I don't know what you guys are doing.
I don't know what you guys are doing. I'm playing D.Va.
Worst part is that he's still got the gloves on, Hex.
Yeah.
Still has the gloves on. And not even serious yet.
All right, so the USA's win condition, take any sort of progress on second point here of Hanamura. The cherry blossoms are in blue. Beautiful map.
And it is a fantastically beautiful map, you're right.
It seems
So
like
peaceful.
Yeah, I wonder what Switzerland's going to do on their defense. Orissa's been very popular here. You run an Orisa with a Hog a lot of the times as well. Get that halt and hook combination if you're just going to run an Orisa at the point. But they're going to choose to run a D.Va instead. So Kiba has been very good on the D.Va earlier today against Austria. Had himself a quiet but deadly kind of game. Now they're going to run a Widow and a Junkrat. That is a trap. Thank you, observers. That is 2 traps. There's no sharks on this map, so you can't really spook me again. Although a quick zoom in on a Murloc would do.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to be hunting now. Hex, now you're putting them on blast.
Yeah,
like, okay.
there's the challenge.
Challenge accepted.
Kodos and Krang's long lost cousin. Crodlock. All right, offensively, it looks like a couple of dive tanks. You've got a Genji and a Sombra, and Ana and a Lucio. Standard stuff, no Bastion Symmetra. Anything that's not Bastion Symmetra is not standard.
Yes, and Brown straight into the fight. Bit of a tough spot here for Mimi. They're going to go ahead and collapse on the D.Va. I like the target selection here. No longer a D-Matrix to worry about. Going to be difficult to get that proper stall going. And now Space just gets to run amok in the back line. Look at this Remix, going to get focused. It's just methodical, Hex, one after another.
Just, yeah, this is how you play D.Va. It's a masterclass every time you watch Space behind the D.Va sticks right there. Target selection. He would have had the Orisa dead to rights that he wanted to go for. He sees that there's a Mercy a little bit beyond his team, so he wants to deny that Guardian Angel, get her down, and then he'll come back for the Orisa if so need be, but Orisa's not going anywhere despite being able to gallop.
Yeah, exactly. Very slow gallop. It's a trot.
Looking for this hack.
There it is. Gets it too. That D.Va not going to really be too useful for a while now. Maybe trying to take the fight to him, but the U.S. just constricting on this point. Nice shots from Rockus, keeping his teammates up. Has to be careful. Needs to give the proper support to Muma.
Muma might get this Nano just to heal him back up too. Nano did go out, didn't see the target. It is on the Sinatra blade.
Oh yeah, right here, and he's looking for targets, but they are keeping away from him. But this is forcing Switzerland out of position, trying to just dodge all of this damage. It's just, you got the rest of US, they're just crushing face now. Remix gonna get caught.
Only need 33%. Here comes the Desperation Hammond, and he's a good hero, but you gotta get all the shields on him. Speaking of shields, there comes a barrier. That bubble's not gonna do much as the Winston shield goes down. Gotta find a kill if you're Switzerland to have any hope on this map.
And, oh man, right on the edge. Still contested, still hanging in here. Mimi just gonna get focused down immediately. So much burn on those shields, and oh, US, really? Now they're drawing it out. Now they just want to make them suffer. Maximum amount of damage. Let's go. Now you're gonna get the shutdown here on Remix. You're gonna have Scorpion as well. One after another here, Switzerland. Oh, I get it. US right now, what are they trying to do? Like pad their stats? That's what's going on. They just keep running out.
Yeah, I say they are definitely playing with their food at the moment as well. Eventually, mercifully, it comes to an end. The USA wins map number 3. They win the series.
Decisive victory. Winning the series as well, but keep in mind, guys, as in Overwatch League, we will be playing all 4. So there is one more map to come. More beatings to come.
The beatings will continue until morale improves. Look, Switzerland was realistic about their chances against the USA and Canada. They're like, we just don't want to get stomped. And being stomped would be like not getting point A and then getting completely shut out. So they had some decent showings there. And then the USA is just busting out weird stuff. And this is stuff you can't really prepare for. No one plays against. And so it sends you scrambling. You have no idea how to deal with a Bastion Symmetra high ground defense on Hanamura.
Well, this is where you're going to have, because these guys, again, have to reiterate this, right? Overwatch League pros versus, you know, the guys who are trying to get into that level. But
Right.
you know that this Team USA, these are all the strats that they've had all season long, just thinking about all this stuff.
Yeah.
What if we were to do this? Oh, we can't risk it in like an actual match. For them now, they're just like, right, okay, hold on, that Bastion Sim strat, let's try that.
And it could not be more discordant as far as being pros and then being part-time players. We mentioned it the other day, but if you missed our broadcast, this Switzerland team, these guys have jobs. They go to school. They're part-time players, and we have some like, do you want to be an Overwatch pro? They're like, I just don't think it's possible. Like, it's very difficult to become that in Switzerland because their paths are already taken. They have to pay for their lives in Switzerland, and they have to go to university. So these guys don't play 16 hours a day like the pros they're playing against who get paid to play the game. So as long as Switzerland is putting up a decent showing, I think they should be proud of themselves.
Absolutely, absolutely. No, it is good to see it, and that's the beauty of it, right? Get this main stage experience here in the Burbank studio with all these wonderful fans cheering on.
Yeah.
It's just the experience of a lifetime, so I'm really happy for these guys. But now we're going to go into it. It is the distance here, Hex. Switzerland going into Junkertown versus the U.S.
Yeah, the Junkertown has been an interesting map. It's a map all of its own on Escort, and so far, for the most part, we've just seen a whole lot of Bastion. And I wonder if the U.S. is going to try similar strategies, and if they can actually, you know, finish this one out. They did lose this map earlier today to Brazil, so.
I think they're going to be tightening it up. I think they do. They like map differential. You don't really want to be leaving any openings here going into your big match.
Yeah, it's so funny because without looking at the screen, and maybe you'll believe me or maybe you won't, I was going to say, I don't think they will. I think Rockus is going to play Widow because he was the Widow for Team USA last year because they didn't really have a dedicated Widow player. So I asked him this year, I'm like, are you going to play Widow? He's like, no, we got other guys to play Widow. But I could kind of see in his eye, like, yeah, maybe if I got the chance. You know, it's a great Widow map, so we'll see. Like the defense is out here. Rockus is on it, but he's still back at spawn. Unfortunately, but they don't have another DPS necessarily. Okay, Rockus on the Mei. We've seen solo support Ana. I mean, that's how much better she has gotten because the Nano Boost is a support ultimate now rather than a kind of do damage utility ultimate. You know, it does heal for a burst right away.
But then we've got Sinatra on Zen.
Yeah. So as you said, tightening it up.
Right. I mean, I guess it's just another chance for Sinatra to prove how good he is. Like, I can play all the heroes. This is fine.
I mean, mostly when these pros are all at like super high level top 500 grandmasters, they can play all the heroes. They all have like 3 different accounts. That, oh, this is my Symmetra only account. It's only top 50.
Shots, nope, not living. They get out the door too quickly there, so not gonna be able to split them up.
You can see the fear in Team Switzer. They're looking around like,
what's
where's
going
the
on?
USA? Why are they not at the door?
Where do we go from here? Well, it is going to be it. No backing out. Got to take the fight. Shinoda missing that stun. Bit of a misstep there. It may cost him. He does manage to keep his shield up, and they are finding kills here. Switzerland. Rockus the only one to drop a body, but for USA that is. But Switzerland, they will make some quick progress here on the first point.
Yeah, definitely there. And now Sinatra's going to switch over to the Doomfist. That's the classic Zenyatta to Doomfist transition that we've seen just this once, and it looks like they're gonna make a couple other changes to Rockus onto the Zen, Moth onto, so much more standard. So this is all the heroes that Zachary was talking about.
Yep.
It's Doomfist, it's Sombra, it's Winston. No Hammond yet, but Ana's also really good. He mentioned yesterday. So this is what the USA is probably going to be running going forward. You know, depending on how patches change when we do end up getting to BlizzCon. If they get out of groups, it's not necessarily written in stone just yet.
Oh man, the support there for Sinatra, the fact that he lives through that, okay then. But yeah, right now this is where you run a real risk if you're Switzerland of just getting shut into your spawn. If they wanted to USA, they could have pushed aggro and just kept picking you off one after another.
Muma might have just missed his primal there because Muma's known to go very, very deep and then just get out with his primal if he has to. So he had it ready, and it might be one of those situations where I'm screaming at my keyboard. I'm like, I know I hit recall, and it just didn't go off somehow. But LAN client, not really an excuse. That one should be working.
Oh, Sinatra boosted, so we will have the Doom. I mean, he's going to chew through this armor so quickly. Doesn't matter. You got a shield? I think not. Shinoda, modern art pasted on the wall, but then Mimi does the same to Sinatra. I like it. There we go. Like for like, eye for eye.
They're going to try to still contest this. Muma's in there.
We just started off. Do you see that? The hack just barely missing out the sound barrier.
Yeah, barely. He's able to finish that one off. Muma's got his primal going. Gonna force out a self-destruct here, and now the USA is able to get back into the mix. Sinatra most notably able to take down Kiba, I think before he was able to remech, and now gives them the choice of meaty or strike. They take the meaty, and they get struck.
Not even allowed to throw themselves off.
No.
That's not how this works out. The US are looking a bit more efficient now. Minute 23 on the clock. Switzerland going through with the changes now as well. So, a bit of heals going through, but Scorpion on the Ana now. And they have gone for it. Lux is going to be on the Widow, looking to find a pick to kick things off here. USA not really giving him too many targets to work with at the beginning here. Zachary, though, might overextend, but it's pretty, yeah, he knows now that there's a Widow, and Zachary's going to put the pressure on.
Yeah, they're all spread out all over the place, all looking for flank. Zachary's in the back line. That is 3 quick kills. D-Mech and a deletion on the Diva. The Winston is not going to be along for this Junkertown map either. And now with 51 seconds left, Zachary's lined himself up in EMP. You still have Transcendence. The tank ultimate's about to come online, and with all the damage Sinatra is doing, you'd have to expect another Meteor Strike.
All right, he picked them up as well. Couple of hacks only, but they do manage to still camp it out and spawn, so they should survive. Not the best hack that he was looking for, but still, the results are there.
Now it's just a matter of getting out of spawn. Is someone going to switch over to a Bastion to try to do that? Put a Bastion on the high ground, should be able to deal with some of this and at least buy them space to maybe go touch the payload again. We're below 20 seconds now somewhere.
No fun allowed. Just constant hacks coming through here from Zachary. Trying to get through this door? Yeah, no, you're not jumping anywhere. The focus can be good. The Meteor Strike at the door, and it looks like he will. Yep, Sinatra decide to just go for the smash. They are trying to work their way around, so it's just getting a few more meters on this payload. But eventually they will get shut out. Yeah, sure enough. Self-destruct space just chucking it in there. Like, right, deal with this.
No one able to get back to the cart. That is where the payload will stop on the Switzerland offense on Junkertown. The USA playing mystery heroes to start out that composition. Playing the composition that I believe we will see from them probably against Canada tomorrow. I believe Canada will run something similar as well, and then the small moves will happen in between that comp. But right now, that's a very good composition, does a lot of damage, it's super effective in working together, and you hack somebody, then punch them in the face, what are you gonna do?
No, exactly, you got nowhere to go. And then you're just damage boosting the Doomfist. Ugh. So much pain and suffering. But at least it's quick when it's a Doomfist punching in the face.
Yeah, that is true.
All right, so.
Yeah, Doomfist almost feels insulted if he has to use his primary. Like, I knocked you into a wall. Just stay down. Why are you getting back up? Now I gotta.
It is like, I mean, it is a little lackluster after,
right.
You know, just literally slamming
it's
a
like
metal
that,
fist.
that really.
It's just like,
yeah. That super ramp up noise and that slam, the crater in the wall. It's like, oh yeah.
Well, let's see. We'll get a bit more of that. 45 seconds till we're live in the game, and very curious to see what the U.S. are going to be running. As far as the defense is concerned, it's looking a little bit more standard fare here. So we'll get into that in just a moment. As you guys can see, the players are there. The victory box right in front of the first point, and Switzerland running double sniper with the Hog.
Yeah, this is pretty standard on the defensive side of things. The variation is that, I mean, solo heal's fine, as also kind of standard to what we saw towards the latter half of the Overwatch League season, where your flex support would go on to a Roadhog instead. I think we even saw Jonak go over to Roadhog. Of course, Raucus would play Roadhog. I mean, so a solo heal support solo support defense, standard here on Junkertown, and it's really going to be up to Lukes and Shinoda to put some pressure on this composition of the U.S. Raucus on the Widow. I knew it was going to happen at least once.
Yeah, exactly, because he's right next to spawn, so you can just run back in real quick and change. We will have to have in Zachary. Oh, gonna get yanked in. Nice pick to start by Scorpion. Good work there with the punish. And right now, Raucus, he's just actually having the time of his life because he's got nobody to really pressure him.
Nice in spawn. Oh my goodness, the positioning for Muma gets behind the team. The flank Muma's normally reserved for his Winston, but he gets behind him and charges the Mercy out of the mix. Raucus, no, you're better than that. Don't duel with SMGs.
What? Raucus doesn't even need to kill his opponents. They do it for him.
All right, meanwhile.
Well, we saw that in the 1v1 Widow. We don't need to be here all day.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I'm just glad he didn't do the machine gun, crouching Widow, you know, come on. At least he had some honor and he went down swinging with his fallen foe.
Oh, Moth at risk of getting picked off here, way out in the open. Couple of kills there. Moth and Raucus laid low. Zachary still going to work with the help of Muma here. Should be able to sneak his way out, or at least just roll his way back.
Still swinging away. Sinatra's on the Lucio of all things, just really rounding out his pool day. Here comes Zachary. Gets knocked away mid-air by the whole hog. He was trying to drop right on the cart, but displaced.
Squeak, squeak him.
It kind of feels bad to hear him squeak in pain.
Yeah, exactly. It's terrible. You don't want to do that to a little fluffy, cute creature.
Boostio gets boosted up and solo barriers himself. Sinatra's on a mission to win this map by himself. They will clear it off. He gets himself a couple kills. Raucus with the headshot. He was going to get a self-destruct kill, but that one is all over if they choose to push. Seems like they are elected not to. Malta has had enough of their shenanigans. We'll put an end to this map. The USA will sweep Switzerland 4-0.
In dominant fashion, but this is what we expect from the level of this team, the caliber of player. USA, the gulf is there, but still, Switzerland, good fight.
Yeah.
A couple of points picked up on these maps. It wasn't a clean sweep. We have seen that happen in the past, so they've dodged that fate.
Yeah, the only thing you have to worry about a little bit is when you start messing around with stuff like this is, are you going to be able to flip that switch when you have to play against Canada? So far, it's looked like the USA can just flip that switch, and you know, when they want to play, they're like, okay, serious comp, and then they go and then they play, and it's like, oh my God, that's ridiculous what you just did right there. So despite the small amounts of maybe bad manner play of some people, come on guys, it's supposed to be fun, right? Fun, exhibition, etc.
All amounts of bad mannered play. I just saw competitive play, Hex. I don't know what you're talking about.
I completely agree with you, but that is not a time for the conversation. The time is to go down to Puckett on the floor for an interview with Zachary.
Thank you so much, fellas. That's right, I just got the young gun with me right here. Zachary, how you feeling, bud?
Hey, pretty good, just having some fun on the stage.
So last night, you played in the North American Contenders, dominated there. Today, you come out dominating once again, and we saw you mostly on the hit scan characters while Sinatra was playing everything else. First off, can we just talk about Hanamura? What was it like playing that Bastion? And who came up with this ridiculous strat that involved a Symmetra and a whole lot of teleporting?
All right, so the Bastion was really fun, and it was kind of spur of the moment. Muma was like, all right, guys, we're on Hanamura. We're going to pick Orisa, Sim, Bastion, and we're going to TP high ground. And every single fight, Muma had a different strategy on where we were going to TP. So like we were top right, TPing on top of point, so we could see them when they went under. And then we were on top of point, and they would rush under. Muma said, all right, let's TP top right, and then I'd have LOS on them, and we'd just explode there. It was pretty fun.
Did you guys purposely throw that point A just so you could exploit that Bastion on point B?
No, we actually genuinely wanted to play that comp. We just got destroyed by goats. We knew that anything fun we wanted to play was just going to lose to goats because it's an anti-fun comp.
Goats are anti-fun. I love it. Brigitte, right here. All right, last question for you. A lot of people are saying, who is this Zachary guy? We saw Jake break out for USA last year. Are you 18? Because that's how old you have to be coming into the Overwatch League, and if not, when is that going to happen?
I'm 17 right now, and I turned 18 in January 27th.
You guys want to see this man in the Overwatch League? I know, I sure do it. This is Zachary. This is Team USA with their second win on the day. Zach, best of luck tomorrow. That's going to do it for our fourth match. When we come back, we got a big one. Can Brazil finish strong? We'll find out after this.
Well, after this,
After this.
Yeah.
It works, it's fine.
Puckett just doesn't want us on camera.
Are you kidding me? No,
He's banned me from his chat 3 times, and now he's trying to ban me from the Overwatch World Cup broadcast.
All right, playing the victim card, Hex, but I'm pretty sure Puckett isn't just banning you for the sake of it. I've played with you before on matchmaking, Hex. You're not fooling me. You're not fooling anyone here.
Puckett does not accept critique.
Yeah, critique that's shouted at him at the top of your lungs.
No, that'd be nice.
Oh, man. All right, so...
Speaking of shouting at us from the top of their lungs, let's see what the T-Mobile Fan Pulse has to say. We want to know what you have to say. Use that hashtag OWWC2018. I don't know who had doubts about Zachary. Are you new to the scene? I had in mind no doubts about Zachary.
No, he's a total beast, and being able to prove it here on stage as well.
Yeah.
And I like it. He's got that cocky swagger going on. That's confidence. It's a good thing. You know, getting in there, just knowing this is how I can perform. Now I'm showing what I'm capable of, and it's the perfect place. You know, get into it next year. Have a strong performance at Overwatch League, and then, or rather at obviously World Cup, and then Overwatch League is the ultimate goal, which is what he said.
I think a lot of people would be surprised if Zachary's not in one of the Overwatch League teams. He's proven himself. He's taken that path to pro, as it were, through contenders. He's going to be of age, and we saw what an impact those guys who turn 18 partway through the season or even early in the season can make, Sinatra being one of them.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, Sinatra on this team, too. I really admire his Zenyatta play.
This one's great. That's a nice projectile you've got there. Be a shame if something happened to it.
Yeah, I could picture Space saying it, those exact words.
I can't, but I tried my best right there. Look, what else can you say? He just knows the game so well. It's not like you have infinite defense matrix like it used to be perhaps a year ago or so. You really have to kind of dole it out in small portions, but he just knows because he plays the Zarya sometimes too, and he plays all these heroes. He's like, I bet you they have it. I'm going to save it, sees the animation, it's just eating up. Someone's got to do an accurate count. It is over 5 of important ultimates eaten, and it's so far in the day.
No, I agree. And, well, as far as this one is concerned, Canada, the team to beat?
Well, for the USA, yeah. I mean, I don't... team to beat by who, right?
By everybody.
Yeah, I suppose.
They are the top 2 teams in the group, so
yeah,
that is going to be the real match. That's happening tomorrow night, guys, as well.
Yeah.
Last game of the broadcast of the weekend. Don't miss it. Tune into the stream then, because that is going to be sick.
Yeah, we got some good games tomorrow, too. Everyone's going to finish out, but I think that is the one everyone is looking forward to. Will be the end of the day tomorrow, but get yourself ramped up. Get yourself warmed up with some Overwatch before, and we still got some Brazil. We got Norway, Switzerland, Austria going to round out their tournaments as well, so got a lot of good action for tomorrow still.
Yeah, and well, if you guys want to get involved on your side of things, be sure to use the hashtags OWWC, OWWC 2018, and your tweet, your opinion, your joke statement will be featured on the stream as well, perhaps. So, do that. It's cool.
You did great.
So easy. So easy.
It's so easy.
It's so easy. I mean, that was about as easy as throwing diva bombs at those other guys. Casters, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I thought your ego could not get any bigger, and then after Talent Takedown, like, I'm actually a little upset we won because of how you've been after the fact. But anyway, USA.
But it was obvious, Hex. There was never any doubt. You see, it's like, I taught Zachary to be that confident, right?
Yeah, well, Puckett taught Zachary everything he knows about the fist right here, and Zachary just killed it on so many different heroes. It's not fair to nano boost him, gets charged in, and this is going to be a huge highlight reel, but let's see some Switzerland highlights as well. I mean, look, the flex DPS that we saw earlier today in the Switzerland-Austria match was a great display of how good Anna can be. They've all hit all their darts. She's been so good. Scorpion was very good as well. But the U.S. tank line and the coordination, I mean, every part of the USA team was just clicking when they decided to actually turn it on. I know the term sandbagging gets thrown around a lot here and there, but I think it's pretty obvious when the USA is running some of these very strange things that they're having a little bit of fun, and then they take off the weights and they start playing to their full force here, and then they put them back on and play a little Bastion.
They just go up to 10 times. Easy. Right? Easy.
Zachary having a good time, and this Hanamura match was fun to watch. It's a little bit interesting to watch that teleportation, but it's very much like when I talked about how when Orisa got released that people didn't know how good Halt was yet. I don't think people really understand how good some of this teleportation play can be with a lot of these different heroes.
That's the end of the barrier. It's just cutting a point in half, right? Okay, we're going to stay here and contest forever. It's paywall on steroids.
And the Meteor Strike came in, and just it forces you to reposition so strangely. And this is not even Zachary on the Doomfist. This is Sinatra's Doomfist. Right, so it's everyone on the USA has been able to flex on this, and they've got such a wide variety of heroes that they can play on nearly everything. This was my favorite play of the entire match, to watch Muma sneak around, because Muma's known for sneaking around on the Winston, but to sneak around on the Reinhardt and then charge a Mercy back towards your team was great. And then, who says sportsmanship is dead? He just joins the league.
Joins with him. I mean, he has truly attained that level of mastery. He wins the fight without having to fire a bullet.
Wins by telekinesis.
Exactly. But guys, we're not done yet here in the studio. We have one more match coming up today. It's going to be Brazil versus Austria. And Brazil have definitely, well, both teams, but Brazil in particular, we got the casting, that's why. Yep. But, you know, offering exciting games going the distance. And those guys are fun to watch, so you're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be coming up after the break.